everybody. Welcome back. Hope everyone has been having an awesome week. We are going to dive into self-care because I heard that is a prevalent message for us from our guides for this time period. Makes sense, right? It's after the holiday for those of us who celebrated, and now might be a time where we need to calm ourselves and get a wellness plan for ourselves to take care of ourselves that we may have not been paying as much attention to as we should have, right? So we're going to dive into a message from our self-care deck, and they've got two messages for us. I also hear that for some people listening, be prepared for pleasant surprises. Be prepared. There'll be some surprises and some pleasant. Then there'll be pleasant, right? But there'll definitely be some surprises. And our first message is, our affirmation is, there are days I drop words of comfort on myself like falling leaves, and remember that it is enough to be taken care of by myself. I love that. I love that. That's such a great message. And let's see if there's some expanded message on that one. That's just so great, though. I love that, because so often we are giving, and we forget to extend care to ourselves, or we feel like that's not enough, or there's something else. So this card, as it relates to internal self-care, is telling us to think about any ways that we connect to emotion. Any ways that we connect to emotion, and observe your mood. Do you have a sense that you are on track, or do you feel listless, hopeful, fearful, up, down? Without judgment, make an active decision about how you most want to feel right now. Remember that it's okay if the feeling you desire isn't a classically positive emotion. Part of the work of becoming more conscious and connected to yourself is the work of releasing judgment about certain human states that you experience. It's okay to want to feel sad sometimes. It's also okay to want to cheer yourself up. You are the master of your journey. Now, this is such a critical message, because so many of us, especially if we culturally were told this, or if we're of a certain age or generation where we were told to, like, just suck it up, or you should put a smile on your face even when you're not feeling happy, or for those of us who were told, that we couldn't really feel all of our emotions. And so sometimes when we're feeling uncertainty, or we're feeling upset or sad, we'll tend to downplay that even to ourselves. We'll say, everything's great, I'm great, I don't need help, even when that's not quite true, or we're feeling overwhelmed. So this is letting us know that we will do ourselves a service by honoring our feelings and emotions, and those are valid, right? Those are valid. So that's our first self-care message. And our next self-care message is conscientiously celebrating the blessings of life is part of an integrated spiritual practice. I cannot speak today. What's going on? It is a form of bowing to the mystery. And let's see what the expanded message that I couldn't get this out. Let's see what the expanded message on this one is, and what kind of internal self-care they're really struggling today. You can see this, right? What kind of internal self-care they are suggesting us today. Choosing gratitude can be powerful self-care. Simply telling yourself to be grateful does not always work. Today, think about things that are really bothering you and bringing you down, right? And the suggestion here is to give yourself 5 minutes to complain, right? You can complain to yourself, or rant, or whatever it is that you want to do, and indulge in that for a little bit. It's 5 minutes. Then take some deep breaths. Inhale, center yourself. And then as you exhale, think about all that ranting, letting it go, and allowing yourself to feel grateful, right, for the release of the sensation. And then look around and doing an affirmation saying that today I choose gratitude. So So this card is, and I want to read the external self-care on this because I think this is really excellent and will speak volumes to most of us. Standing in fear can lead us to blame the world for our troubles. Standing in power allows us to welcome all experiences without judgment as sacred teachers. Look around at your little slice of the planet. What is reflecting back to you? What feels challenging? What feels easeful? What can these observations teach you? Not around the world, but about your place in it. And that's really hard sometimes. It's hard when we feel overwhelmed with our troubles, or when they're like consistently there, you know, and or we feel like it hasn't eased up for us. So sometimes it can be hard for us to welcome that, right? To welcome that. And so this is letting us know that we can let go or try to ease some of that fearful feeling, right? So yes, don't keep it pent up, right? Let it out and then let it go and flow into it. So that was our self-care message, our self-care messages to start off our reading. And now we're going to delve into some past life stuff because I hear that's what we're meant to know. And we're going to use this Akashic Tarot, okay, and see what kind of messages they want to tell us. I think for some of us listening, we are really deeply connected to our past life experiences, and some of us have seen them like through dreams or visions or in meditation. We probably have had scenes come before us and we're like, oh wow, what are they trying to tell me there? What's all this about? And so that might be your connection to a past life experience. And let's see what they want us to know about that. Okay. So our first one is this lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. And let's see what they want to tell us about this one as it relates to our past life. They're telling me that like there's a time and a place for everything. And you are specifically here where you are dwelling, where you're living on this planet with your family in your zone for a particular reason, right? So you incarnated here for a particular reason, and you may not fully understand what that reason is, and I think that some of you have been or have felt like burdened, or like there's like a lot on your shoulders in this lifetime. Like there's just a lot, and it feels like it's overwhelming or like insurmountable. I hear is the word I hear. That's just the feeling. They're not saying that it's insurmountable. And so you took this on, and you took on this challenge and this mission on purpose. And I hear like some of you almost like vowing that you were going to do this work, that you were better prepared in this lifetime to do this work, and that this work was going to be something that would help you move forward and help you grow. And you may not appreciate how far you've come, but you have grown. And you have learned a lot from the experiences and from some of those dark times that you've had. You've really learned something from it. And so if you're wondering if there's, what was the point of this? Was there a purpose to it? Yes. Again, maybe you haven't connected all those dots quite yet. But yes, there is a specific reason why you have been chosen to experience what you have been experiencing. And I think that they're telling me there's no mystery around why you're experiencing all this, all these different things. And it's because you were meant to go through them and to get some better clarity around them, right? So our next one is fittingly the Akashic Library. This is like the medieval library of my dreams. Probably anybody who's a librarian. That's amazing. Now let's see what they would like to tell us. Let's read up a little bit of this. And so this is letting us know sometimes this card is about writing or publishing a book, but it could also just be about a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records and into a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you have a better understanding of your old motives and new purposes. So this is also a time of heightened intuition. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records into the Akasha. And get started today by writing one simple declaration about the future you wish to create. So, now, and then a special guidance on this particular card, which I really love this. They're saying if you've pulled this card today, which we have all pulled, right? So all of us are here today. Open any book that compels you to do so. Please say you have books in your home, please. Okay. Open any book that compels you to do so. Let it fall to any page and read a passage there and reflect on the words throughout your day. Determine which relationship or situation in your life it addresses. And don't assume that it's the one that's most urgently on your mind. Okay, so let me ask further what they're trying to tell us. They want you to seek meaning in like the everyday things that you're reading and seeing. I think so. So what they're telling me is some of you are like very connected to your past life records, which is like the Akashic records, your soul records, right? The blueprint of you from this life and beyond. And some of you already are tapped into this, I hear. You're very knowledgeable about it. Some of you are probably other psychics and mediums or people who connect with the spirit and you know your stuff. And so what they're trying to tell you is they're trying to get you to go a little bit deeper and find that meaning wherever you can, including in just books. So go beyond the normal signs and you will find answers. Now, you are also an active participant, so everything just isn't like experiences that are happening to you. You have your own free will, right? So you are also creating your own records, and this is letting you know that you can do so. You can continue to add to the record, and everything is not self-determined, predetermined already. So you can co-create, and so think about what you would like to co-create. Think about what you would like to add to the record, right? So do some work around that. Now, this next one is talking about diversity, right? And let's take a look at what keywords they want to let us know about this diversity and how it relates to us in particular. There are options. They're telling us there's many options for us to consider, and we should take a look at other options, right? So allow yourself to try new things, go to new places, learn new subjects, break out in different directions, and to meet new people. Don't worry about scattering your energy too thin. You're in a period of expansion, so use it. Let yourself go further than you plan. In the end, you will diversify in ways that introduce you to a whole new you. If you have thought about trying some different things, go for it, right? So if you've been waiting for a sign to like try new things or new classes or whatnot, that is going to really enrich you. And so think about how you can continue to build on your growth and expand by learning new things. Maybe it's a class. I see books here. Maybe you're going to be reading something different. But I think this is active engagement too with other folks. Like, and it could be something simple. Like I've decided in the spring when I'm feeling better, I want to take like woodworking classes or something at the Vogue Tech. I want to learn to use more tools and machinery and stuff. I want to be able to build bookcases and whatnot. I want to be able to do stuff. So I feel like that will help me diversify. Think about what that is for you, right? I felt the same way. I felt like a huge expansion in my life when I started taking Reiki classes, and I went through all the Reiki classes, and I felt so, I could feel it like every day. I could feel like, oh wow, I'm really like growing and connecting to something. And that was something completely new to me. I hadn't done anything like that before. And your spirit guides are urging you to do the same thing, and whatever you have felt compelled to do, that's going to help you expand and grow. Okay, so diversify. And now you are going to meet somebody, right? It's going to be a fated meeting. It could be a soul partnership. It could be a soul friendship, but there's going to be a meeting that's divine. It's, you've known this person in a past life, and you will feel that. You'll feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've always known this person. And this is going to be a partnership that is going to also help you grow. It will help you grow in different ways, but it's going to feel like a divine meeting, and it's going to feel like this person knows you at a soul level. And again, it could be romantic, or it could just be like a deep friendship with like another connected kindred spirit. But it's going to feel like a recognition, and like, oh, I know you, and it's nice to see you again, and it'll feel familiar and warm and comforting. Of course, in the other life, there was a purpose for your meeting, and so it is in this one too. So it's comforting, but there's also some growth involved, right? And I don't know what that is yet, but you're going to find out, like, what's that about? Like, what do I mean? Maybe you are pushed together to do work together, right? Or something like that, or a partnership in some way. But you will have a fated meeting with someone. Now, we're going to close off with pulling your angel number and see what your angel number is for the week. And your angel number is 1414, adventure. 1414, adventure. Let's see what the expanded message is on this one. Adventure awaits. You're getting ready to embark on a brand new journey, bringing exciting experiences for better or for worse. You'll be prepared to take on these potentially hectic times if you keep the idea of going with the flow in mind. Leaving your comfort zone is much more palatable when you stay flexible and open to learning. You never know. You might love where you end up. So our angel number lets us know that there is growth behind adventure and trying different things. Be flexible and go with it, even if it's maybe a little bit outside of your comfort zone. Okay, that is your message in your reading for the week. Please do consider liking and subscribing this and sharing with someone else. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye all.